Hi guys, my name's Jo. Welcome to my very first vlog and welcome to the start of my YouTube channel where I'll be posting updates on my prep back to competing again. A little bit of information about me. My name's Jo. I'm in Perth in Western Australia and I will be competing in two state shows this year in Season B, September. So I'll be I believe it's the 10th of September on a Sunday. NABA is the state titles, and then I'll also be competing in ICN the following weekend on the 16th of September. So I am prepping myself for this competition, well, for these two competitions, not because of any other reason other than we are currently putting a little bit of money aside at the moment because we're planning to go to America early next year, and we're wanting to spend 2 weeks over in Disney World with my daughter, who is 10 at the perfect age. So hence why I'm prepping myself for this comp, and there is no coach involved. I am using Larry as a bit of guidance and a bit of motivation, but other than that I am strictly doing my own diet, my own training sessions, and using that money that I would previously have spent on a coach. I'm using that for our holiday basically. Previous to that I was training with Summer Bernard, Team Peach, who I really highly recommend, but as I said, this time around I'm going to save some money, put that all towards Disney World and prep myself. Basically the reason for vlogging is just to basically help anyone out there who is wanting to compete or is wanting to coach themselves and is wanting to get on stage. So look, what works for me may not work for you. It's completely my journey. So I know there will be people that may say, no, that doesn't work, this doesn't work, or you should be doing this or should be doing that. I'm just letting you know that this is my personal experience and this is how I'm prepping for this particular comp, especially after a few health issues that I've had that doctors have been monitoring me. So I haven't been able to control diet or anything like that for the last good 6-7 months. So this is my personal journey. So anyone else may be doing things completely different to me. That's their journey, that's their story, but basically I'm not really interested in following anyone else or doing what they're doing. This is what's going to work best for me. So a little bit of history about me. Previously to doing any kind of bodybuilding, I was very competitive with netball. So I've been playing nationals indoor netball for WA for the last 14 years. And my last tournament back in 2015, I was lucky enough to be named as coach and player. And we won the national titles for the over 30s indoor state netball. And that was against Queensland. I was also able to play for Australia in the World Cup, and that was held in South Africa back in 2014. So doing the bodybuilding comps has always been something that has been my off season to netball, whereas now that I've stopped playing high level netball and competitive netball, I'm now shifting all my focus into doing all these competitions. So in regards to my work, I do run my own business, so I tend to work 40, 50, 60 hours a week sometimes. So prepping for a competition usually does take out quite a bit of my time. It takes me away from friends, it does take me away from family a bit, and I also become a little bit less social, purely because it's really, really hard to balance my prep plus the business as well. So any of my friends who are not seeing me, there is a reason, and it's because I am prepping right now. So I will document how I go over the next 11 and 12 weeks, so that way you can see the progress. You can let me know if there's anything that you want me to add, any questions that you've got. But basically this vlog is just going to be an introduction, a little hi. I am walking around all over Perth at the moment, talking to myself in a camera with people looking at me, so I do feel like an absolute tosser. So this one is going to be a nice quick one, just a bit of an insight, and you can let me know if you want me to post anything extra for the next vlogs. I will have my tripod for my next vlog, so I won't be standing around with a shaking camera, standing there talking to myself, and hopefully a new camera, so a bit of better quality. So let me know if there's anything that you want me to add, and I look forward to sharing my journey with you all. Okay, this is a full disclaimer before anyone gets their knickers in a knot. I am doing bikini competitions and fitness competitions. That does not mean I am a bikini model at all. If anything, my vlogs are actually going to make me look like a bush pig competitor compared to what you see on Instagram and Facebook and all those sweaty, gorgeous girls with all their makeup. That ain't me. I barely have time to wash my hair in between work and training, so if that's what you're expecting, then you're going to be fucking miserably let down. So my macros that I'm starting with are going to be lower than what I wanted, but based on a few medical issues that I've had this year, I'm not going to be able to start at the higher amounts. I don't really want to get into it, to be honest, at the moment, but basically where I'm at the moment is with my carbs. They're about half of what I would normally have on a prep to start with, but look, it is what it is. I've got 11 weeks till NABA and 12 weeks till ICN, so I don't have time to piss fart around working out whether the carbs are high or low or whatever it is. The fact of the matter is my body is responding the way it should be based on the amount of macros that I'm having. So I'm on just under 1,500 calories a day at the moment. So my proteins are around about 130 grams a day. Fats are sitting at 50 grams a day, and my carbs are at 120 grams per day. So that, I would say, by the end of this week will mostly change again. I'll mostly bring my carbs down, only just really, really slightly, by about 10, 15 grams if I don't get the results that I'm after by the end of this week, and also just to see how my body fat goes. So currently my weigh-in, I'm clocking in at 61 kilos. So I have got quite a bit to drop off. I normally will compete around 55 kilos if I'm super lean. Otherwise I have competed at 58, 59 kilos. Wasn't ideal, but I had my own little issues even getting to that for those last comps. But basically I'm just wanting to try and get as lean as I possibly can. Because I'm nearly 40, I am having those issues that my body is not responding the way it used to respond, and I am carrying body fat in spots that I never ever used to carry before. So previously, as soon as I started doing cardio, or I just even changed my diet slightly, weight would come off my bum straight away and off my legs. This time round, I'm finding that I've got more body fat on my bum and my legs than I ever have had before. So I really want to concentrate on dropping all of that down, even if it's not for stage, just for me, really. So it's my own personal kind of goal, just to reduce all of that back down, and just to fix anything that I did wrong in the last 6 to 12 months. I just really, really want to fix it. I'm pretty much an all or nothing kind of person. I use competitions to keep me in line, I suppose to say. I love having goals. I love the mental challenges that come with competing. The training and the exercising, it's neither here nor there to me. I really enjoy it. I've always been active. But the food does screw with my mind a little bit. So as I said, I'm usually all or nothing. So if I'm not competing and I'm in my off season, I'm not eating chicken, I'm not eating turkey, I'm not eating sweet potato, rice, I'm not eating any of that shit. I'm eating donuts, I'm drinking bourbon, and I am usually doing it in excess. And look, I don't usually have huge blowouts. I'm usually around the 55, 60 kilo mark. Sometimes I may stick up to about 62, but look, it's not anything major. And if I get to 62, I just cut back on how much alcohol I've been drinking. So it's not anything I've ever really worried about. So as I said, so this comp prep, just starting under 1,500 calories. Weight is at 61 kilo. I think my body fat is around about the 22%, which is, as I said, higher than what I'm used to having. So I am having a scan next Saturday, so I'll find out exactly where I'm at. So I had one done about 8 weeks ago, just because they were at the gym, so I will find out where I'm at next week. Other than that, I'm training 6 days a week. I'm trying to use 3 days of that using working legs and glutes. As I said, they're my problem areas and the parts that I am worried about, so I'm going to focus a little bit more on them. I'm also going to focus on my shoulders, because it doesn't matter what I do, I just cannot seem to get those nice caps on my shoulders. So I'm going to try and focus on that and a little bit of back as well. So back and shoulders twice a week, legs 3 times a week. I'm doing 2 HIIT sessions a week, a game of netball, so just playing Super League. As I said, nothing serious for netball this season. Just wanted to be able to have a run and get my body moving. So I use that as my extra cardio session. And this week I'm picking up a steady state cardio. So I'll do 45 minutes. And next week I'll actually increase that quite a bit and start adding a lot more cardio in. Purely, I feel so much better when I do cardio. So I'll add that in as well. And I'll also mostly pick up, I'll do 1 posing session this week. I'm still waiting for the dates to come out as to when we do posing. It's a little bit different than the IFBB posing that I've done in the past. So I'll have to get to a few of those classes as well. Morning guys, it's Wednesday morning. On Wednesday mornings every fortnight I come out and I train with Larry out at Hook's Gym. So I've been coming out to see Larry once a fortnight, just so he can give me a bit of motivation, a few tips. But mainly also I find that Larry is really, really good with giving feedback. He's got a great eye for women on stage. And I thought it'd be really good to come out and train with him so that way he can point out all my flaws, tell me what I'm lacking and things like that. I'm not offended very easy. I'd rather know now rather than a week out from the comp what I should have been working on. So I will be training with Larry once a fortnight, and maybe a couple of weeks out from comp I might do once a week, just that way I don't mind fuck myself basically with negative, comments or wondering what I'm doing. So out here, just going out to Hook's. So Hook's Gym, and this is where we're at this morning. This is where I'm training, and I will be training in here with Larry this morning. So nice empty gym. And you will find me here Wednesday mornings fortnightly. It is time for some ice cream. So this is not going to be sticking around for very much longer. This is only, so the macros, so protein 1.5, gluten nothing, which is good, fat only 1.5, and carbs at 14. So I'm going to be having 2 lots of this, weighing this, and as you can see, this one here, dairy free, gluten free, which is the only reason I can have it. This is going to be in my prep for only the next few days, and this is the end of my ice cream. So bye-bye. All I'm getting is 59 grams. That is it. Because this puppy is empty. No more for me. So that's the end of ice cream. It's been good. I will see you in 12 weeks. My happy time. Okay, so I'm just at my gym. So I train out at Jets. This is where I train, so I will take you in and let's see part of a workout. Thanks, Tom. Nice and quiet today. This is the gym that I train at. Hi. So today just doing a HIIT session. So I'm going to do a HIIT session this afternoon, 30 minutes on the treadmill. I'm going to turn it off and just do dead mills. So I'll put the incline up to 10 and I will do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds rest, and I'm going to do that for 20 minutes. So I'm going to use this little thing here called Gym Boss. HIIT training is a towel permanently under my arm, or under this arm. As you can see, I am absolutely buggered after 20 minutes. Rooted actually, but fast, effective, get me in and out of the gym, don't have to stay around, and I can go get my daughter from trampolining. So I'm going to show you what I use every single night. I absolutely love this. Pardon the way I look, I'm actually just about to go to bed, and I'm in my good old Beeler jumper, which I wore all through my pregnancy about 10 years ago, and I still wear it every single night. But I'm going to show you OptiDream with Platinum Labs. I use this every single night. Sleep aid formula. I absolutely love this stuff. All I do is one scoop, oops, and just into a cup of water. So that's all I do. Mix that in, and I'll drink that about half hour before I go to bed. And I'll also use ATP's CourtRx. So I take 2 of these at night. I find these work really, really well, but I don't even know if you're supposed to, but I mix the 2 of these together and I sleep like a baby. I am knocked the fuck out all night. Morning, it's about, what time is it? 10 to 7 now. So I've just been able to work out on the treadmill at home. It's freaking freezing outside, so I'm thrilled as fuck that I don't have to be out in the cold weather. Last time I did a prep through winter, leaving at 4:30 in the morning was absolute torture. So I've just done my cardio at home. It's very, very dark. I've been able to stay reasonably quiet so everyone else can sleep, and just finished on the treadmill at home. Like it. Okay, so for breakfast this morning, I'm going to have oats. These are gluten-free oats. So I have 30 grams this morning of oats. A little bit over. Alright, so 30 grams of oats, and then I use pure eggs. Just all egg whites, and I put 1/3 of a cup in. 1/3 of a cup of that, and usually double that in water over the top. So that'll go in. I'll blend this before I put it in the microwave. Blend it for about 30 seconds, and then I'll put it in the microwave. So just quickly bullet straight out and into the bowl. So we just put a little bit in, and then the last bits. Chuck it all in there, and I will microwave for 2 minutes. Then I'll stir it up, and I'll microwave again for another minute. So you've done 2 minutes in the microwave. That's what it will look like. So it's all the egg whites at the top, so give it a bit of a mix. You can see. Mix the egg whites in with the oats, and you should get that kind of consistency. And stick it back in for another minute. Alright, so I've just done the last minute, and as you can see, that is really cooked, so it's going to taste terrible. So all I do is just add some more water. So it looks absolutely terrible, but once you mix it all in, it just makes it a bit more mushy again. And because I use Juice Plus, you're supposed to take these tablets, these ones here, consistently 2 per day. You can take 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, you can take them all at once. I don't like taking that many tablets, so I just break these all up and just put them into my foods. So as you can see, so they're the 2 veggie ones. They're the two fruits and 2 berries. Yummy on bubblegum. And then I use this one here, Rule Protein, choc fudge. This one here is a little bit thicker than the other that you can get. Although there's two different types of consistencies. One's thicker, one's not. I prefer this one because it's thicker. I just think it stays in my belly a bit better. 1 scoop and in here, just so it makes it chocolatey, and just mix everything in. So it does take a little bit, but you're basically going to get chocolate oats, which has got your carbs. The egg whites has got your protein. There's plenty of water in there. Got my Juice Plus in there, and I've got extra protein as well from the protein powder. So, and that will dry out really, really easy as well. So, and that's what I have for breakfast. So look how good that looks. You can see all the steam coming off as well. And this is so nice when it's cold, and it's super, super filling. So that is what I'm having for breakfast today. So I'm not having ice cream anymore, which is making me very, very sad. I've been having it for the last couple of weeks and knew that I was going to have to get rid of it. So instead I am going to have jelly, which is the low sugar, low calorie. So I'm going to make that up now, and that'll be what I'll be having at night, so I can actually get my sugar fix. Better than nothing. So it's weigh-in day today, and I have just come back from the gym. I was having a scan, body fat scan, done with metabolic measures, I believe they're called. So I've just come back from there. I've had all my results, so I'm going to go through and have a look and to make sure that I have been doing the right thing. I've been really, really worried that I'll be dropping muscle and fat at the same time, and I really want to be holding on to the muscle at least. If I can gain a bit of muscle, I'll be absolutely thrilled. But the last time I had this scan done was about 6, 7, 8 weeks ago. And in that time, I've been playing around with macros, playing with food, seeing how my body responds, so that way when I do start prepping, I was going to be basically hitting the road running rather than trying to figure it out once I started prepping. So I have been playing with macros. I did have a drunken week in Bali in May as well, so I was going to watch what I was eating, but I got off the plane and I was drunk by 10 o'clock the next morning, so that did not work at all. So there's a lot of factors that have come into that, so even if I get a bit of loss since then, I'll be happy, and I will let you know how all the results go. So thank you so much for tuning in for my very first vlog. I don't know whether I've given enough information or too much information. It was just basically a bit of a guide to what I'm doing and what these vlogs are going to be about. So if there is anything that you want me to add into the vlogs, please send me a link, send me a comment. Comment below, let me know, send me a message, whatever it is, and I'll be happy to add them into my next vlogs as well. And I look forward to sharing next week with you vlog number 2, and that will be 10 and 11 weeks out. So 10 weeks now, but 11 weeks for ICN, and I will let you know what the results are from this week and where I'm starting at for next week.